Alrighty. Hey, hi guys online. Well, wait, we got our Florida girls there. Woo woo. Okay. All right, ladies. So we don't forget you, Chelsea. We remember. Yeah, we do. We do. Exactly. Okay. So I just got back from an awesome weekend in Georgia, which I will tell you guys all about. It was amazing. But before we do that, of course, we have some announcements that I got to remind you of and make sure everyone knows how you can win this month, because it's the middle of the month, and sometimes in the middle of the month, it's really easy to forget, like, oh yeah, we have that going on. And at the beginning of the month, you're all excited about something. And then at the end, you're like, oh shoot, I gotta make up for what I didn't do all month. And so the middle of the month is really, really, really important. So I want to remind you guys of all the things going on this month. And I know I was gonna grab over here. Have you guys been using these things? These focus folders?
Yes.
Have you been using these?
Yes.
Have they been helping to keep you on track? If you do not have one of these, I think we have some more. So, and those of you online, I hope that you are tracking all of this. It has your Pink Power Days. It has your goal for the month of how much money you want to make, because you get to choose. And then even if your thermometer doesn't have much in it this month so far, that's okay, because you can change that like tonight. I hope to inspire you to do so. All right. But just a couple of reminders of all the things going on this month. Please do not forget about the biggest promo that Mary Kay is offering this month is the starter kit, right? What's going on with the starter kit? Oh yeah, that's right. So they said they're offering 2 free masks, you guys. It's $46 extra of product this month. And so this is the month to have people sign up. You know, just like Debbie went from 0 people to 3 team members in their first 2 weeks. And I know she's going to get 5 more by the end of the month. That this is the month to share with people. Now, do you guys know why they're doing that this month? Do you know what the strategy is behind that? Holidays. Yeah, both of those things. To get people in DIQ and the holidays. They want people coming in this month, because if people come in October, they'll be able to take full advantage of the holiday season, which really gets into full blown the next 2 months. So this is a great time to say, hey, are you looking for a seasonal job? Like, would you like to make some extra money for the holidays? Now is the time to do it, okay? Because please do not go to retail, people. I mean, we can save people from the retail. But you got to open your mouth and talk to them. So don't forget about that. Our goal is to have 50 new consultants this month. 50. And can we do it?
Yes.
Yes, we can. But it's each of you going and sharing this opportunity with people. So our goal is 50. When we hit 50, I'm going to be giving away cash. But you get prizes when you have 3 people sign up this month. Just agreements. 3 agreements. You get a piece of red shorts. Go with your red jacket. When you have 5 or more, you get either that cute little water bottle or the pink tumbler, okay? But more importantly, you're going to change 5 lives, right? Change 5 lives this month. Okay, so to backtrack that, one of our promos, as if you're following your little cute outline, is I want you to be doing faces and career chats, because I believe we can't always control the outcome, but we can control our activity, right? And we want to focus on the work. And when you do 10 career chats, so you share the business opportunity with 10 people or 15 faces, you get a Starbucks gift card. You get 2 Starbucks gift cards, so who doesn't always like free coffee, right? And then 20 career chats or 30 faces, you get dinner for 2 at the restaurant of your choice. When you do both, you get dinner for 2 and lunch with your director. So I want you to focus on the faces. And then don't forget about the bracelet, the Courage bracelet this month too. Courage. Yes! I know, I didn't bring mine. You mind passing that around?
No, I do not.
Because our goal is to have 30 bracelet winners this month. And why is Courage so important? Why is this bracelet so important for our area? We're the courageous area. And so it takes courage for you to go for a big goal and to really stretch yourself. And so I want us to have at least 30 Courage bracelet winners. And so we'll pass around that gorgeous bracelet, you guys. They're so cute. Do you not love them? They're adorable. They're super cute. Okay, so those are those announcements. A couple more announcements is tonight we, of course, have our Party with a Purpose. We're doing the same thing, not next Monday, but the following Monday. So the last Monday in October, we're doing the same thing where we're doing Faces or Party with a Purpose. And it's not next Monday. Next Monday, we are actually having a guest speaker. Haley, would you like to tell us who's coming?
Is your mom coming?
My mother's coming.
Yay!
Her name's Diane.
Your mom. So why don't you tell us who Diane is besides your mom?
She is the number 2 director in Ruby Division and number 8 in the nation. And
She's awesome. So her mom and I are good friends, and we both did Million together. So her mom did Million for the first time. And her mom has a really, really cool story. So you guys are going to want to hear it. And what I think is so cool, why I love bringing guest directors in, is because you guys see me every week. And I don't know, you get bored of me and sick of me. But you see us, and, you know, we may be different than you. We're all different than each other. But you are going to find, I think it's important to find similarities in different directors. And Diane and I are very different, but yet we both got there. So you don't have to be a certain type or a certain personality. Anybody can do this, and I just love her. So yeah, she's the number 2 director in Ruby, and just an incredible woman. So she's going to be here next week. So that's next week. And then the following week, we're doing the Faces Party with a Purpose again. Okay? And are you guys doing stuff in October for like breast cancer awareness? We talked a lot about that last week. And doing things, of course, with also domestic violence awareness. This is the month to do those things because, like I said before, you can get into more restaurants than ever before. You can do more things with businesses than ever before. Don't let this month go by without getting in somewhere, because sometimes restaurants or businesses will let you get in for that this month, and then you build a relationship with them, and then they're going to let you keep coming back other weeks too. Okay, so we've talked a lot about that, but I hope you use it. Use it. You can use it? Okay. And I think one of the last announcements is, oh no, I have 2 more announcements. I always forget. There's always another one. One is the Preferred Customer Program. The enrollment ends tomorrow. What is the Preferred Customer Program?
and free samples.
And free sample. So a new catalog comes out in November, in the middle of November, and you have to sign your customers up for it by tomorrow night. And they will get the new catalog in November. Okay, it'll be with yep, it's 70 cents each, and that includes shipping and a sample of whatever new is coming out. So they're coming out with something new that's really cool. And so they're going to get a sample of that. Now, if you were to just ship a catalog, it costs you 35 cents for the catalog, and then to ship it, it's over $1. So to pay 70 cents for all of that is really awesome. They're saving you a bunch of money. So you choose which people you want it sent to, but you have to have them signed up for it by tomorrow night for them to get it in November. And I posted a video online about what it can do for your business, but it's been proven if you want to increase your sales, you've got to stay in touch with your customers, and they've got to continually see your name in front of them. And that's just a great thing that you can do for customer service. Okay? Any questions about the customer programs? Sign up for it by tomorrow night. They do run out of samples sometimes, and so be sure to sign up quick. Okay? And then what was the other announcement? Oh, tax night. Tax night. Tax night is November 2nd, the first Thursday in November. Bring your man. It is $5. And it does include, if you don't have a man, you don't need to bring a man. So just saying, if you have a man, let me clarify. Go find a man. This is not an event to go find a man. Right? Hey, you not doing anything? It could be a really boring night. A very boring first date. I would not recommend. Sign them up. Yeah, you may want to sign up. You never know. Oh, man. Okay. So, all right. Sorry about that. But if you have a man and would like to bring a man, feel free to bring him. There will be other men there. Oh, my gosh. Oh my God. She's always cracked up. Okay, so tax night. night. If you have questions, he will answer all your tax questions because everyone always has questions about taxes. So, yeah. All right. So, any questions about all the announcements?
Will tax night be here?
Be here.
Thank
To be here on Thursday night, and it actually Tanya Colbert's another director that rents here. It's actually going to be during her meeting night. So, yeah. 6:30, I think. I don't know. I'm looking at you. Yes. I'm not really sure. Oh, I have a flyer, but I am sure that it was put on the Facebook page. Men's night. No, it's literally just taxes. So 6:30 to 8:30, and so there. Jody Tiernan is the tax guy. He's been doing my taxes for years. He used to work for the IRS. He knows his stuff. He's really good. I forgot. We're giving away a gift card to Lowe's for the guys, so that should draw them. There's food and a gift card to Lowe's. Hopefully, draw the guys. The other guy that will be there is actually pretty cool. There's an NSD Emeriti, Irene Shea. I don't even know who she is, but her son is come out. I'm sorry, I don't even know who she is, but she was a national. She's retired, and her son's coming. So he'll, I'm sure, be able to say something cool to the guys about something. So.
Is there a way we can buy it afterwards, or gonna be recorded?
Well, Jody always has them that you can buy at any time. Like he has his tax training, you can buy it any time. But I think we're going to try and stream it live, and so we will be able to record it that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? All right. Okay. So, one more question.
That's on a Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean
We're still doing stuff in Pueblo. Yeah. So we're still doing stuff in Pueblo. Yeah. Me or Brianna, one of us will be here, one of us will be down there. Yeah. So we'll have somebody doing facials down there. So yeah, you can definitely go down there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Question. Okay. Any other questions? Questions. All right, you guys ready to kick some butt these last 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. I hope after tonight you are. I know. So I don't even know where to start. What I ended up going to Georgia. A lot of you didn't even know that I was going. But one of my friends, and this is the really cool thing about being $1 million director. You get to meet great people like Haley's mom, Diane. You guys are going to get to meet next week. But I got to connect with another $1 million director, Vicki Piccolari, and she lives in Florida actually. And she invited me to come as her guest speaker to her retreat that she did last weekend in Georgia. And I don't know, I just really felt like she said, God told me you're supposed to be at my retreat. And it was just one day on the cruise in Alaska. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go to Georgia and come to the retreat. And I went, and it was incredible. It was in the middle of nowhere, this gorgeous retreat center. And it was really cool. She had, of course, she was there and I was there training, but then there was also 2 nationals there. And so just learned some really, really, really great stuff. And what's so important that I want to preface all this with is we are continually growing. Even at this level, number 1 and Vicky's number 3 in the nation, we're still growing and we're still stretching ourselves, which that's what this is about. Because Mary Kay always said, if you're not growing, you're rotting. So I'd ask you to ask yourself, are you growing or rotting? Because if you're not intentionally growing yourself, then you're going backwards. And it's a good visual of you don't want to be rotting and you start stinky. Right? But it takes intention to grow yourself and to continually develop your skills, but more importantly, develop your mindset. Because it all starts right here. Our thinking, our thoughts control everything. And so, all right, so I'm just going to share some of my notes, and it may just be all over the place. It probably will, but it's because, when you're like you're getting so much information, and like Leah shared last week, or last week or the week before, and it's like you're all over the place with so much good stuff. So, okay. One thing so Kathy Goth-Brummett started off the night, and she said that it's really important that we focus on the work that's going to get us where we want to go. Like a lot of you, like tons of you said, hey, I want to be in DIQ November 1st. Can she do it? Yes, she can. You can do anything you set your mind to, but you've got to be willing to do the work. Does that make sense? So any goal in Mary Kay or even in life, I mean, you could say, I want to lose 10 pounds. Yay, can I do it? Yes, I can. Oh yeah, I got to do something different, like, right? If I want to lose 10 pounds, I know I'm supposed to do all that stuff I don't want to do. Like work out, eat less, you know, all that not fun stuff you don't like to do. That you've got to do something different if you're going to get different results. Because I hope that you get this. Where you are right now is because of your decisions yesterday. And where you are right now in your business, if you're where you want to be or not, is because of the choices that you have made yesterday and the day before yesterday and the day before that, right? And the work that you have done. And if you're not doing the work, you're not going to get the goal. And I want you focused, yes, I want you focused on DIQ or whatever your goal is, but I more importantly want you focused on the work and the activity that it's going to take to get you there. And that's why we have these challenges that I want to remind you about. I want you focused on faces this month. I want you focused on career chats this month, because when you're focused on those things, you're going to get the results, right? Because it's frustrating to focus on, oh, I want this, but you're not willing to do the work. So don't worry about the numbers panning themselves out. Just focus on how many skincare classes can I get on my books. Do you know if you want to be in a healthy place in your business, you want to have 10 appointments on your books? So I want you to write that down. Be obsessed. How quickly can you get to 10 appointments on your books? An appointment is preferably a party, but if not a party, then a facial. I want you obsessed. Like literally, I want that to be the first thing that you focus on in the next 24 hours is, how can I get 10 appointments on my books? Be like a dog on a bone. How can I get to 10 appointments on my books? And that's for us too. I took that challenge as well as directors. Kathy Goth Bromett challenged us. She said, as directors, and this goes to consultants as well, you need to be doing 2 to 5 parties a week. You need to be doing 2 to 5 parties a week. If you're not, you're going to be stressed. If you're not doing that work and that activity, then you're always going to be stressed in your business. So you choose whether you want to do 2 or 5, but when you're doing that level of activity, you will always get what you want in this business. You will get the sales. You will get the team members. You will get, DIQ on target car when you're focused on doing the activity. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And so I would be obsessed with, how can I get to 10 appointments on my books? How can I get to 10 appointments on my books? Instead of making excuses of, I don't know anybody, I've run out of leads, I can't do it, nobody wants to book. No. How about you change your mindset and say, who can I ask? Who can I ask to help me? Who can I ask to help me? Because here's what I know. And, several of the nationals and top directors talk about this. They don't teach, and I've mentioned this before because my friend Dawn does this too. She doesn't run around town meeting people everywhere. Yes, she does meet people, but she asks people, acquaintances, to do parties. That I would challenge you, and I challenged Courtney to this earlier today. Who do you know in your life that would host a party for you? Because I know you have people in your life that would host a party for you. Instead of just saying, oh, I don't have anyone else to call, you know people. I want you to be solution oriented. Right now, I can guarantee, looking around the room, all of you probably know at least 10 people that would host a party for you. But what the deal is most of you are not asking. Most of us, myself included, are prejudging and saying, oh, she wouldn't have a party for me. Oh, she's too busy. Oh, she's not interested. And so what do? We don't ask, right? That I'd encourage you to instead of go blame it on me and say, my director's telling me I have to have 10 parties on my books. Will you please help me? Please help me. Blame someone else because they'll do it to help you. Seriously, they'll do it to help you. So here's a challenge I just decided to issue right now. Just kind of popped into my brain because I want you to go ask. I want you to use this to ask people. I will give a prize to the first 2 people who get 10 appointments on their books from right now. Literally, I don't care how many appointments you have right now, you need 10 new. We're all starting at 0.
I know, right?
Okay, I'm changing the goal. I am saying whoever can get 10 appointments on their books before me.
Ooh.
That's messed up. No, it's not, because I'm holding myself to the same level of accountability as I am. And I guarantee I've asked way more people than you have. And my circle has been asked more than your circle. Does that make sense? That I have to work harder. You count.
I was wondering if I could put my little 5 minute, if you beat me, you get to get in my treasure box.
Okay.
There you go.
She's like, okay.
And if you get me, you get a nice big prize. Okay? All about prizes. So there you go, because I'm throwing myself under the bus. Because I want you to know that I'm not sitting here preaching at you, telling you something I'm not willing to do myself. So whoever can get 10 appointments on their books before me, you'll get a prize from me. I don't care if it's 5 to 10 of you. Okay? Doesn't matter. We're all starting at 0 right now. What'd you say?
Are you posting it on-
No, I am. No, you tell me once you've done it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. You tell me once you've done it, and I'll tell you if you beat me or not.
I'm gonna go.
I know.
And
Yeah.
yep. So because I was obsessed, I would be okay. So here's the verbiage. Do you have a question, Hope?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have a lot of men that are interested in their men's line
Mhm.
products and that.
Mhm.
Can I do parties with them?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
They got skin. Anyone with skin?
Yes, too.
Okay. So all right, you guys all got the challenge. You have been officially challenged to get 10 appointments on your books ASAP. Whoever can get 10 appointments on their books before me, we're all starting at 0, by the way. And I just got 2 bookings before I came, by the way. And those don't count. Those don't count. Those don't count. We're all starting at 0. Whoever can get there, Courtney, you are challenged to that.
But
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay, exactly. You don't get to get a head start, though. It starts at 8:30. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But okay, so how are we going to use this to help you? I want you to, so basically I want you to say, I've been challenged to be my director and to get 10 appointments on my books ASAP. When can we schedule? This is what that means, is that you will, if someone, I don't care how busy someone tells you they are, you say, let's just tentatively get on our books, okay? Because I need to get this in before my director, okay? So let's tentatively book it, all right? Well, we don't know. We'll tentatively book it for Saturday at this time. Done. Does that make sense? That I want you to take that extra step and tentatively book them if she's pulling the I'm busy card or let me get back to you card. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. There was a nice little challenge.
I do it all.
What was the sneaky challenge? What? What did you
That's
like?
what she said.
Oh,
I'm
saying that.
Yeah, let's get it. Leah, go for it.
I
Did you
have
guys
a
hear
little
that?
thing to add into that. The get it tentatively on your books. The last time that we had one of these little chats, it's been a few months now, but so I was going right. Oh, it was to get the purse. That's what it was. It was to get that purse. Yes. And so I told my people that, like those I was booking with, that if they kept it, then I was going to give them like a free color item or something. That way, like it kind of gave them an incentive not to just be like, oh, well, yeah, to help you out, I'm just going to cancel. I gave them a free color item. And then I gave away like something, because I got up to like 18 or something, but like they didn't all keep. There was something else that I'm going to have to interact with.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, a color item
It's
was
okay.
the first thing, but I gave them a color item just to hold the equipment.
Yeah.
Like a free thing,
I
but
can send it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta have
yeah,
incentives.
just so they wouldn't cancel on me, but
Something else. That's all right. We're all gonna get at least 10 appointments on our books, right? We're gonna be obsessed. I'll be like a dog on a bone. Who can I ask? I want you to constantly be thinking, who can I ask next? Okay. So once you focus on the work, because when you're focusing on the work, you will get the results, right? A lot of times we're like, I want this, and then we don't change anything. That we've got to be focused on the work. Okay. You guys don't settle. I know a lot of women end up settling in their lives. God has so much more in store for you. In this business, there is so much available out there that I don't want you just taking a small piece of the pie. You know, I want you experiencing everything that Mary Kay has to offer, so don't settle where you're at. If you want to be in a different place, here's 2 questions to ask yourself. And I want you to write this down. If you want to be in a different place, what have you been unwilling to do? What have you been unwilling to do in your business? I want you to write that thing down. Maybe it's 2 things. What have you been unwilling to do in your business that you've been fighting and resisting? Write it down, get it down on paper. What is the thing that you have been unwilling to do? Write it down. And I want you to tell me later what those things are, because I want to keep you accountable. Second question is, what do I need to give up? What do I need to give up to really experience all that God has for me in this life, but definitely in my business. What do I need to give up? Some of you, maybe a TV show. Maybe it's Facebook. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what it is, but what is the one thing that you need to give up to move forward? Because your future lies in those two questions. What have you been unwilling to do? And what do you need to give up? Okay. All right. I want you to, we're going to do a little exercise because, and then I'd encourage you to think about, those things. And I want you to tell me what they were later. Okay. Because if you really want to change your life, you've got to be willing to do something different. And you've got to be willing to do something that you have been unwilling to do. I know there's certain things, maybe it's warm chatting, maybe it's getting up early, maybe it's, I don't know, booking parties from parties, maybe it's sharing the opportunity. I don't know what it is for each of you. It's a different thing, but what have you been unwilling to do? Because until you do that thing, you're not going to get everything that you want out of this business. And also the other thing that happens is every time you don't do that thing, it decreases your confidence. And that's why you need to do it, because to increase your confidence. So maybe it's warm chatting. Maybe you see that sharp girl and you're like, oh, I should ask her. And they say, oh, no, I don't. Every time you don't do that, it decreases your confidence. But every time you ask, it increases your confidence, right? I asked them two questions. If they, what have they been unwilling to do? And what do they need to give up? Because your future lies in those things. Okay? That's good. It's good stuff. I know. Same thing for us. Same thing for us is what have we been unwilling to do? Okay, I'm gonna do the exercise a little bit later because because this next quote is huge. That every activity that you do in your business, and some of you will get this and some of you won't, but every activity, but write this down because maybe later it'll be like it'll be an aha moment. Every activity you do in your business either leads to immediate money or a learned lesson. So every activity in this business either leads to immediate money or a learned lesson. So what that means is maybe you have an appointment it doesn't hold. Maybe you have an appointment, it's a $0 appointment. Maybe you have an appointment, and I've done this, I've driven 3 hours to a party, and I get in a tornado and didn't sell anything, didn't recruit anybody, and hail damage my entire car. And I remember driving back 3 hours at the end of June being like, why God? Like, why did this happen? Why? I don't understand. This was going to be a great party. Anyway. But it wasn't immediate money, but there was a lesson in that. I don't know what the lesson is yet, but I know that there was a lesson that needed to be learned. And but the whole point is sometimes you get immediate money when you do an activity in this business. So maybe you warm chat and it turns into a party, it turns into a booking, it turns into a new team member. Maybe you warm chat and she goes to Mary Kay Heaven and you never hear from her again and you never ever text you back. I don't know. You don't know what that activity is what's gonna happen there. Mary Kay Heaven, I know. Mary Kay Heaven. I don't know. I don't know where to go. But there's a lesson. There's a lesson, and that lesson will make you more money in the long run. You get that? That lesson of maybe it's just that lesson of being disciplined and handing out your card. Maybe it's that lesson of just listening to that still small voice that says, just ask to this person. That you don't know what the lesson is, but that lesson will make you more money down the road. If you stick with this and actually choose to learn the lesson. You get that? That's powerful. That everything that happens to you in this business, it's either immediate money or there's a learned lesson. You choose. So remember that next time something happens to you. Here's the other thing. I loved this, right? I wrote a big star next to this. There will be disappointments in this business. There will be disappointments in life. It's called life, right? There's going to be disappointments. There's going to be those parties you think are amazing. And you drive 3 hours and they're not, right? You know that there's going to be disappointments, but you choose whether that disappointment, it turns into discouragement. Write that down. Write that down, you guys, because that is huge. It is a choice to choose whether that disappointment that happens to all of us, whether that disappointment ends up and turning into discouragement. Because when it turns into discouragement, that's when it kills you. And that's when I believe, like I say this all the time, I believe the devil's two favorite tricks are doubt and discouragement. Because if he can plant that little seed of doubt, that little seed of discouragement, we will snowball it into 5 seconds later, we're quitting, right? Because of that discouragement. We will snowball it. But it's our choice that disappointment that could happen to me, that same disappointment may happen to you, and you would take it completely different because I chose to not let that disappointment lead me to discouragement, right? That I want you to remember that the next time you have a disappointment, it's a choice. It is a choice that you make in your mind whether you're going to let that discourage you. And it is a choice to either reach up or to stop it from turning into disappointment or discouragement. Got it? We all experience these disappointments just in life, but they're different. Write this down. Whatever comes your way, I can handle it. I can handle it. I want us all to say it out loud. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it.
I can handle it.
Say it louder. I can handle it.
I can handle it.
That's what I thought of. That's what I was talking about. Because whatever comes your way, you can handle it. Because here's what I see so many consultants do. They get this something happen, they're like, and their first thing is the sky's falling, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing they go to. How about next time? I've heard y'all do it. I'm looking around the room. I've seen every single one of you do it, and you. So we've all done it. That our first gut reaction goes to, we freak out. How about every time those things come our way, we say, I can handle it. What if that's your motto for this year?
I can handle it.
I can handle it.
I can handle it.
I can handle it. I want you to start saying that to yourself. You can handle it because you will get disappointed. You will get life thrown your way. You will get things thrown your way. And how about instead of freaking out, your first reaction is, I can handle it. I can handle it. I want that to be your motto for the year. I can handle it. Isn't that great? I can handle it.
For the
So
fiscal year.
for the fifth, yeah. True.
We're almost out.
Yeah, we're almost out of this year. For a whole Mary Kay year, I can handle it. What if we have that be our theme for the year? I can handle it. Because you can. You can handle it. You guys, you are strong, capable, confident women. Don't let other people's choices stop you from giving up on your dream and something that can change your life, because you will experience doubt and discouragement and disappointment. They're part of life, but you can handle it. You can handle it. And with God, all things are possible. Okay, so here's a little exercise that I want you to write down is, how many hours a week are you willing to work? Okay, I want you to write that down on your piece of paper. How many hours a week are you willing to invest in your business? For some of you, it may be 2, 3, 6, 10. I don't know. Whatever hours I want you to write down how many hours a week are you willing to invest in your business. Write that number. We're gonna do a little math formula. Okay. So I want you to take that number and we're gonna figure out how many parties you could do a week. So divide that by 3 hours, because it takes about 3 hours, 2 hours for the party, 30 minutes for drive time, right? So let's say you did 6 hours a week that you can invest in your business. That would be enough for 2 parties, right? So figure out how many parties you could do per week, okay? So if you did 10 hours and you divided that by 3, that would be 3.3, whatever. So pick 3, so write down 3 parties, right? You got it? Y'all got a number of how many parties you could do a week, right? You got that down? How many parties you could do a week? Multiply that number times 300, because the average party in Mary Kay is 300. Average. So you're going to have some higher, some lower. Now these are parties because I want you guys focused on parties. Parties, because parties is where it's at, right? So you have a number. So you have the number of parties that you're willing to do a week, or that you can do with your hours, times 300. Times 300, you have a number, right?
Yeah.
That is your weekly retail sales. Could you get excited about that number? I want you to multiply that number times 4. That's your monthly. You may need a calculator for the next for the next number. Okay, so 300 a party. So I'm doing an example of if you had 6 hours a week, which I think everyone could find 6 hours a week. That'd be enough for 2 parties. Times 300 is $600 a week in retail sales. You times that times 4, that would be $2,400 in a month that you would make in sales. Okay? Now we're going to take that number, the amount for the month, multiply it by 0.4. Because you all have heard the training of 60-40 split in Mary Kay. You want to, save 10% for the Section 2 and Preferred Customer Program. So 0.4. So take the total. So my example, it was $2,400 in a month at retail times 0.4 was $960 profit in the month. So does everyone have a number of how much their profit would be in the month?
What was your answer?
Well, for the 6 hours a week example, it was $960 in profit for 6 hours a week of work.
Times it by
0.4.
Okay.
So does everyone have an amount of profit that they would make for the month? So I want you to write in big numbers somewhere how much that profit is, and then slash how many hours a week that will take you. So for this example, it was $960 profit for 6 hours of work a week. Does everyone have a number? Now, what job could you go to where they would tell you, Stephanie, would you like a $960 increase in your pay if you added 6 hours a week extra working here? Does anyone know of any job opportunity that they could do that? No, not the government. No, not
She said not the government.
She said it. I know, exactly. She said it. I said it. You guys, do you realize that this is available to you? Do you realize that this is available to you too? $160 an hour. What are we doing, people? What are you doing? Not enough, and usually not focused on the right activity. That seriously, working smart in this business is doing parties. Not running all around town doing, facials and all this other stuff that we spend time doing. What are we spending our time doing? That we need to be spending our time in front of people doing parties, because that's where the money is at. And you guys, you can make a ton of money in Mary Kay, but a lot of you aren't, because you're not doing the right activity. And you guys, it doesn't take much time. How many of you spit it out? How much profit for how much hours did you guys, what were your formulas? What'd you say? 2,400 profit a month for how many hours a week? For 15 hours a week. Show me a job where you could make $2,400 profit for 15 hours a week where you get to pick your hours. You can't find it. Good luck. But you can find it in yourself. Who else?
I had 15.
So $2,400 profit.
48. I had 30.
Yeah, absolutely. So $4,800, right? Yeah, $4,800 on 30 hours a week. Where could you find that?
Which is $40 an hour.
Right. And you don't have to have a college degree or any certification or anything to do this.
You have to have makeup.
You don't have to have that. You don't even have to have that. But you guys, do you realize how much money is available to you? So what's holding you back from that? It's those things that you said before that you're unwilling to do. It's those things that you're unwilling to do. Those things are holding you back from experiencing all that is available to you. You guys, these numbers have been the same forever, but it's up to you to take advantage of them. Does that excite anybody in the room?
Yeah.
That you can give yourself a raise, that you can help yourself and your family make more. And I would encourage you to take that one step further and think about, how would it feel to have that kind of money in your pocket and in your family's pocket? What would that do for your family? would that relieve any stress in your life, in your household? Less arguments? Yes, less. Yeah,
Yeah, you're sure.
yeah. Those of you that don't worry about money, then maybe, it's safe for the future. Maybe you can give to more people. What would you do with that extra money? You guys, there's money available to you. But also, once you again focus on the activity. Okay, a couple other little points before Brianna comes in here is when you do that level of activity, you guys, you could be doing quarter sales. Do you know what quarter sales is? Could anyone get excited about free diamonds?
Yeah.
Free diamonds. I don't think we talk about this enough. There are free diamonds available to consultants. I'm going to pass this around, and I'd encourage you, every single one of you, if you want to start today and you're willing to do the work, that's the thing. Remember, even doing, that doesn't have to take much time. 6 to 8 hours a week, you could easily do quarter sales. Easily. Quarter sales is 40,000 retail in the entire year, and it's our fiscal year that goes from July 1st to June 30th. 40,000 retail, you get one of these diamond rings, but that means you're also going to be making an extra almost 20 grand extra on about 6 to 8 hours of work a week.
My very first year in Mary Kay, in November, I asked my sales director, what do I do and what do I need to do to earn that ring? And we came up with a plan, and that first year I earned my first diamond. From the middle of November through the end of June, it can be done.
I love that. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing. Did you guys hear that? That she started in November. It's October, so if you start now, you'll be ahead of where she was. You guys, I've had people that last year, I think it was, or some year, there was a consultant that signed up in January, and she did quarter sales by June, so basically half the time, right? Took half the time. So you guys, it really is a decision, and once again, if you're willing to do the work, right? You guys can print up all those pictures. I wanted to just stay on that one side though when you pass it around. No, but the rest of them are director prizes that you can earn as a director, okay? You guys all can earn those too. But I want you guys to think about it, because if you start now, if you break it down, it on average is about 1,500 to 1,600 wholesale a month, which if you backtrack that, a lot of you may have put that amount in your profit for the month. Yeah, the amount of activity that you're willing to do and you're willing to do, that would be quarter sales easily, and you get a diamond. But it takes starting now and mapping it out and being consistent now. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's also, Queen's quarter sales, you get to walk across stage, the seminar stage, in a gorgeous ball gown. You get to pick up a huge diamond ring, and they're massive. So these rings, they're like that you as consultants can earn if you start now and you're doing the activity. So it averages out about 1,500 wholesale a month. But also you could do Princess Court. Half of that is Princess Court that you get another cool prize from the Go Give department if you do half of that. So it's 20,000. So that's only $750 a month, and you could easily do Princess Court sales. And I looked at our goals for the year, and seriously, if we have 5 consultants doing quarter sales, Queen's quarter sales, earning a diamond B, and then we have 10 consultants doing Princess quarter sales, which starts now, that's where you do half of that. Well, we could easily do $2 million. We could do $2 million. But it takes you guys being willing to do the work, but I want you making money. I want you making money, and you make money when you're doing the activity. I don't want you just ordering $1,500 a month. I want you doing the faces and the parties to sustain that. Does that make sense? And right now with the holidays, there's so many other ways that you can make sales, but I want you making money, and that happens when you're focused on the activity and you're focused on doing the parties and being in front of enough people. That what I find is most of my consultants are not in front of enough people, and so that's why they're getting frustrated. Now, if you think about that and you need to have 3 parties on your book, you guys know that means you got to double book, right? You know that means you got to double book, because we know not everything's going to hold. So we don't just say, hey, I need to have 3 parties on my week or on my books, or I need to have 3 parties a week to reach my goal. No, that means I need to have 6 parties on my week or my books, and then I'm going to be double, triple booking, right? Does that excite anybody in the room? Okay, I want you guys making money. Okay, the other thing that I'm going to read some other notes. Distraction. One of the number one reasons people don't move forward in their business is they're distracted. They say they want to go, and then they get a notification on Facebook, and they're squirrel. Oh yeah, what I say? Oh, I was gonna book 10 parties. Oh, look at this person in Disneyland. Like, let me go comment on her post. No, I got it. I want to earn a car. Oh, there's Cheerios over here. Like, seriously. Yeah, blinders, people, blinders on. That distraction, I wrote this down. Distraction is part of the devil's vortex. He loves to keep you busy because when you're busy, it distracts you from your calling. It distracts you from your goal and your dreams and your desire when you're so busy, gotten so many things you got to do that you don't stay focused. You don't stay focused on what you said you wanted to do. So what can you do to limit the distractions? For some of you, like some of the directors this weekend, they took Facebook off their phone. You know, for some people, it's turning their notifications off. I don't know what it is for you, but do whatever you can to limit the distractions in your life. Because I promise life is way more peaceful when you're not distracted all the time. And you don't give in to the distractions. Some of y'all, I see that happen too. There's a distraction and, oh, the sky's falling, right? Remember, you can handle it. You can handle it. You can handle it. Whatever comes your way. You can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle it, right? Here's the thing. Ooh, this was good. Don't let the noise and other people / notifications run your life. You run your life. You choose the direction of your life. Don't let don't let the noise and other people / notifications run your life. You run your life. Minimize the distraction. When you are focused, you live your life in joy. And we all want to live our life in joy. Ooh, I like this. So push through the pain. Optimistic people have the same types of things happen to them. You just don't hear about it as much because they don't talk about it as much. Pessimistic people, you hear about all their stuff all the time because they're complaining about it. Optimistic people, they have the same stuff happen to them, but you don't hear about it as much because they can see the good and they look at the positive. Let's see, what have you been unwilling to do? Okay. Whatever your current problems are, you are the solution. Write that down. Whatever my current problems are in my life, I am the solution. And I can create change. You can go home and tonight, you can be up. I bet some of you could be up until midnight tonight and get 10 appointments on your books. Seriously. On the drive home, you can get 10 appointments on your books. Seriously. And that's going to get my button here too. Okay, so here, I'll end with this, is that, well, never mind, I'm not going to end with that. I'll end with that in a minute.
Sorry.
You are the solution to your current problems. Ooh, this was good. The world belongs to those that are disciplined. If you want more in your life, you've got to learn to be more disciplined. You've got to learn to do those things that you don't want to do. Don't let laziness and procrastination run your life. Discipline yourself. Do you know that most of the successful things that get accomplished are by people not wanting to get out of bed? But they are disciplined to get out of bed in the morning. Make discipline a part of your life. Discipline is the mark of maturity. You choose to change things. Ooh, this was good. Choose discipline over desire. In fact, I saw, where did she put this? One of my favorite quotes that Vicki said she put at the top of her calendar every day is, "It is discipline, not desire, that determines my destiny." That's good. Put a big star by that. Put that on top of your date book every day. It is discipline, not desire, that determines my destiny. Your desire tells you not to get out of bed. Your desire tells you not to warm chat that person. Your desire tells you not to make your booking calls. But discipline And doing those things, even though you don't want to, is going to determine your destiny. Right? That's exciting. Okay. This I'll end with. Now I'll go back to doing what I end with. Okay. There's common NSD traits. So here are 8 traits that that determine that, or that national sales directors have in common. National sales directors are the highest in our company, right? The highest position in Mary Kay. 8 traits. Number 1, high coping skills. High coping skills. They can handle whatever comes their way, right? High coping skills, that when those things are thrown their way, those distractions, those discouragements, they get back up quicker. High coping skills. Once again, that's right here. They have grit. They have grit. They stick with it. Grit is something that is so crucial to this business, you guys. You have to stick to this. You have to make a decision that you will not give up. Number 3 is they have faith in God and faith that this business works. They are not constantly doubting, does Mary Kay work? Does this work? They have faith in God and they have faith that this business works. Number 4, they have the ability to push through the pain. They have the ability to push through the pain. You guys, you're going to get hurt in this business. You're going to have people tell you no. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to have people hurt your feelings. You're going to have people say things that aren't true or assume things. It's going to happen. But it's worth it. But they're willing to push through the pain, right? And those disappointing times. Number 5, they never, ever, 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 ever give up. They push till the end of a goal. They know how to push through to a deadline and how to finish something. They never give up. Number 6, ooh, this is good. Use who you are. They use who they are, not the circumstances in their life to get them where they want to go. They don't look at the circumstances in their life. They look at who they are to get them where they want to go. Does that make sense? Kind of like we were talking about before. You can handle whatever circumstance or obstacle or situation you're at right now. Number 7, they are always learning and growing. Like I started this whole conversation off with, is you're growing or rotting. They were always growing and always learning and always stretching themselves and working on the 6 inches between their ears. Number 8, they felt like it was a calling and something that they had been called to do to help other women. So you guys, you can do this. You can handle it. All right, I'm going to go recruit some people for you. But 10 bookings. Whoever gets it first, whoever gets it before me gets a prize. We all start 0. You too. All right, Leah, you talk for a little bit. Now it's your turn. Take over, girl.
All right, let's talk a little bit. All right, so who's gonna be Candace?
Be real or.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's make her buy us stuff.
Make her buy stuff.
Yeah, let's get stuff. So does anybody have? Let me see if before I erase it. Okay. So who's got?
Question real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so those things that she just said, the 8, what was that, like the topic?
Trade
And
the trades
national sales. Okay, and the.
top and trade. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, feelings, thoughts, anything over any of that?
So for you personally, better have that.
Well, I have a lot of issues that don't pertain to Mary Kay whatsoever. They're personal issues that I continue to go forward and try to get certain things done with I have macular degeneration, so I cannot legally drive.
Mm-hmm.
So my dear friend Shelley helps take me to a lot of places, and I can't see things up close, but I have my nifty-difty little tool I call my eye that I wear quite often, and that comes in handy. So if I can do this, then I don't see any reason why anybody else can't do it.
Very good. Very good. What else?
She mentioned finding like venues or whatnot, whether it's like harvest parties, things like that, to be part of, to raise funds for the foundation for October. Where do you look to find those persons?
Anywhere. I mean, right now is the time of season that they're gonna be, I mean, the newspapers and, like your communities, a lot of communities have like, you know, little bulletin boards posted and just like random places, like churches,
But is
you're
church,
just gonna have to like, you're just gonna have to go look. I mean, there's not like a,
there's Facebook groups that do. have
yeah, I mean, they're
events, but there's
everywhere.
usually a Mary's already signed up for those,
Yeah,
because they sign up about a year.
yeah, but you're just gonna have to like look. I mean, I know it doesn't help you, but it's, you just have to get out there and do it.
When you look, you'll find that, some people have lost the Mary Kay business at that venue. So then you'll find those. So I recommend asking, unless you know for sure that they have a Mary Kay person, there's no harm in asking.
So for these, like, say, trunk or treat, it's probably, I mean.
But you
always ask?
You can just ask if they have vendors. Usually you just ask, like, do you have vendor booths going on?
And then do you have a Mary Kay? No sign.
I might try college dorms. They always have bulletin boards everywhere.
I'll say this is just a thought, but I called 5 different retirement living, not necessarily assisted or nursing home, but retirement living communities in Pueblo. And I booked 2 appointments because they've lost their Mary Kay who were coming in to do pop-up parties and set up in those retirement communities for the ladies who've lost their concerns.
Yeah, and that's like the residents or just.
For the residents, yeah, yeah, because some of them don't have transportation, can't drive, they lost the ladies that were in their place. I just was on a call, right? Because worst they can say is no, and I'm not afraid to know. So, yes, and so, I got, out of those 5, I got 2 appointments, first November. And
Awesome.
set up and do pop-up shops and do facials for the ladies that want it.
I have a consultant that does, just as part of her giving, she does nursing homes, and she's gotten a lot of sales, not from the nursing home residents, but from the people that work at the nursing home. They're like, that's so sweet of you. I used to use Mary Kay and I've lost my Mary Kay person. And so just being conscious of giving and being that, I'm just gonna see here again for you. I have no idea what was talked about tonight, so I hope that's on track.
You're doing great.
Go with
Where do you think I learned it from?
Just go with it.
Are we just doing questions now?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Did you have something? Okay. Anybody else have questions? I like questions.
Okay, so it's not a question, but Candace talked about with the common traits, grit. Have any of y'all read the book Grit?
It's
right.
It's
a book. It's a book. It's got letters on it. So there was a psychologist basically, and she wanted to know what there was a military academy, one of the hardest to go through, and she also did research on the Navy SEALs. So what was it that determined whether they would make it through or not? Because they did the physical standards, and they did like intelligence, and also just like combining the two, and they had a score from that. But the people who made it through didn't necessarily follow the trend. It wasn't the talented people, it was the people who had grit. So it's just a really good book. I was going to suggest it.
There's one that was written by, there's a book about grit written by a national sales director. Right after she wrote it, they gave it out at leadership. Gumption, Grit, and Glitter, or Grit, Gumption, and Glitter, or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look and I'll post a picture. Erin's gonna remind me to post a picture of the book for you guys.
I'm doing it right now.
But it is.
Yeah.
It's a good picture of that, because it is, grit's something that is not talked about a lot. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have, perfect skin, so therefore you're an amazing Mary Kay lady. I don't have perfect skin. You have perfect skin?
Mhm.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay. You pretty good Mary Kay lady?
Have a day.
That's nice. But it's really about a decision that you make in your mind and just going for it, no matter what happens, and never giving up. Other questions? Yeah.
What kinds of like strategies are you guys possibly using for online or internet, Facebook?
My strategy for Facebook and internet and everything is my only goal from Facebook is to get their phone number. That is my only goal from Facebook. My only goal is to get their phone number. Whether I private, are you trying to get back to your spot?
Nope, just Damien.
Okay, just making sure because I'm gonna have to like
Nope.
maneuver. But yeah, my only goal from Facebook is to get their phone number. I don't want to talk to you through Messenger. I want to get your phone number. I have a secret customer group that I post sales in. And then the other thing that I do with that, you guys, that's kind of maybe cool for you guys, is put your team members on there. Not because your team members are going to buy from you, but because your team members can see what they can post in their secret group. And it opens up that conversation for you of what they can and cannot post on Facebook. And just letting them know, like, hey, this is what I offer to my customers. And, you know, when you're in that position of red jacket and stuff, like Candace said earlier, it's the first step of leadership. So there's no reason why you can't put your team members in that. But to answer your original question, it's mostly just to get people's phone numbers so that I can have a conversation with them. Is really my whole goal with social media. As far as my website and everything, I point people to my website from like my customer group. Whenever I meet with somebody, I put them on Facebook.
Yeah, I was like,
Going on. I just want to add to that. Be careful what you post. Yeah. On Facebook, Brianna and I and Gina had a conversation a couple weeks ago that probably I would say 99% of us have never read our consultant agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I included, but just be careful. Don't post anything about your sales on like your public page.
Yeah,
Because
definitely has to be in your secret.
that can get you in trouble in the long run.
And you guys, they're really cracking down on it. And it's not like nobody's gonna find out, okay? Like, I'm sorry, but it's not. Like, as directors, No. You cannot post sales. You can post regular prices.
So,
Yes. You can post regular prices. You cannot post any sales. So here's the rule. Okay. Like basically what you want to think about is if this is something that would take a customer away from somebody else. So like if you bought something here for $20, regular price all the time, and now store X has it on sale for $15, are you going to stop going to store Y?
yes.
You know what I mean? And so like that's what you
So like those
I know, but I said X and I had to go with it.
So like those one posts that Candace puts on Boxer, you know, like with the back to school sales and stuff, you're not allowed to put that on there.
That can only go on your secret customer group.
So like my Facebook page for Mary Kay that I have to add people to.
That is okay.
No,
No.
Is that a secret group?
It's got to be a secret group. It has to be a secret group, not a private group, a secret group, and it's not a fan page that you add people to.
so that they can't see the sales.
So that if they're not in it, they can't see any of the posts.
And I think we've all violated that.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's why
I posted it.
that's why it's important that you. Well, I'm not gonna go that far. I haven't read mine, but I did pay attention to the legalese class at seminar. So. Did you read your agreement? Do you know when I found out? I had been a director for 2 years, and I found out there was words on the back of that thing.
I did not know that. No,
I had a
actually,
consultant
that's
that
mine.
literally called me one time, guys, and she was like, well, it says in the agreement. And I'm like, what agreement? On the back of the thing you fill out? And I'm like, what? I literally had to go look.
That's hilarious.
But yeah.
Words out of that. Yeah, not that bad. That's what they say.
We're allowed to post, I'm trying to get this straight, we're allowed to post retail prices, not sales?
Yes.
Your personal?
You can't, because if, say Aaron's customer sees your sale post and decides to buy it from you instead of Aaron, that's stealing the customer.
Oh, okay, so we're not talking corporate-wide sales, we're talking personal sales, like we're doing sales.
Well, Mary Kay doesn't really do like corporate.
Yeah.
And when they do corporate,
Well, they had the mascara one where you buy 4 mascaras and you get a free.
That's not
eye
from
makeup.
That wasn't corporate.
no, none of that's
Candace probably made that
Yeah.
up.
No.
That's
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was telling you. is Corporate
Nothing
doesn't
is
do
from
the sales.
corporate.
That's
Yeah.
Tom
We give
Sumner.
you guys ideas. Yeah, we give you guys ideas.
So we're not supposed to post that.
No.
If you make a private group that can't be seen by.
Secret.
Secret.
Secret. Has to be secret, not private. 'Cause there's
That
like,
means it's not searchable.
there's like private, closed, secret, all sorts of different kinds. And the secret group is not searchable. You have to physically add them to it.
So we can make our business page on Facebook secret.
No, you have to make a group for your
You're way
customers.
overcomplicating this.
I do that, that's me.
Yeah, you just make a group.
Yeah, change it, your privacy to secret.
You can't, well, she's talking about her business fan page. Okay.
So that
So-
could be, that
so,
could be
okay.
separate. You can have a
So
fan
on-
page and have it be open, where
Mhm.
people can go like seek you out and find
Yes.
you. You can talk about your business as long as there's no sales. Then you're gonna have like a VIP group where it's secret, where if I wanna be in it, you have to like put me in that group. I can't go Ellen VIP group and it's not gonna come up.
Right.
Get it? So there's 2 separate groups,
Yeah. And then you have your personal page.
which
Wow.
is personal, it has nothing to do with Mary Kay, it's your life, Disneyland.
Yes.
Got it?
Tina.
I was just gonna say, off topic of online, what Elizabeth and I just learned was about doing booths at festivals or whatever. You can't do sales there too, just in case
Yeah.
anybody missed that, because we learned that after we had already booked the same
Yeah,
thing.
and
You don't want to
it's
steal
the
customers.
same thing that if you see somebody at a booth that has product, your customer could very easily walk by and purchase from that booth, and that's not okay.
But I did have an incident, but I did an event this past Saturday. I talked to one girl, ironically, she's still too neat. And she saw I had the facial makeup remover. She goes, oh my gosh, I need to get that from you. I already looked. I was like, yeah, do you have a consultant? And she goes, oh, I haven't heard from her in years. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So once everything was done, since I had it on hand with me, so that's how we connected. Because everything was done, I closed up shop, and I met with her then. Is that
Yeah, I mean, that's
okay? Because everything was done, and I gave.
you just can't sell it from the table.
No. I
Theoretically, you.
So then you
because-
can't post your hosted plans either? Like,
Um,
you can't do hosted.
Are you talking about social media, or are you talking about a booth?
Yeah.
Either one?
At a booth, you can put your hostess plan, absolutely.
Not social media.
Because
Oh,
your
if they come
hostess
on
plan,
and they
but
have a very-
But your hostess plan is for people who don't have a consultant already. So
And it's
just
your
like
job
your
to find
products
this
are for
out.
people that don't,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the
my
most
first
important thing
question.
with this is if you're not asking and you're not finding these things out, then, I mean, it's kind of on you too. Like, you gotta be asking people, like, do you have a consultant? Ask them directly. Don't hint around, don't beat around the
And
bush. Do you
sometimes-
have a consultant?
Sometimes they don't know. When you say, do you have a consultant? And they're like, no. Oh, do you use Mary Kay? Like, I
Yeah.
don't ask, do you have a consultant? Like, I would say,
I
hey,
kind
do you
of
have a
like,
role play conversation with me?
yeah.
Okay, so I would say, of course. I would say, if I'm at a booth, I would say, so we're doing a drawing for some free Mary Kay. Here, fill it out. Yeah, right, free. So Leah's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna crack up if that happens to me at my next booth, where they like shove a clipboard in my face. I'm gonna be like, Leah! Like, do you know Leah? Okay. Anyways, focusing. So as she's writing, because remember, you don't keep it quiet.
quiet, okay? So like as she's writing, I'm like, so have you ever used Mary Kay before? Oh, awesome. Who's your consultant? Oh, okay. Does she like, do you get the emails? 'Cause there's all those emails with like super cool stuff about the products. Do you get those from her?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I would tell you, when's the last time you bought Mary Kay?
3 or 4 months?
3 or 4 months ago? Okay, cool. So,
I got someone I wanted to.
oh, okay. Well, let me tell you this. First of all, we're not supposed to sell from the booths, okay? Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. She's probably trying to get rid of some stuff. So that's not legal. But if you look on the back of your bottles, and then you pick up a bottle from like the display, right? So I'm like, so you look on the back of your bottles, and there's probably like a little sticker or whatever. That'll have her name and number on it. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you my card that just in case it doesn't have a sticker, and you don't know how to get it, you can definitely give me a call. But I definitely don't want to take you away from somebody who's giving you such good deals.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot for your drawing.
Of course. Now,
No.
the answer always is of course, okay? And then when she walks away, you make a note that says she has a consultant, okay? Because you don't call winners of people that already have a consultant. But do you see how like she didn't know who her consultant was?
The only reason I did that is I've gotten that so many times where they literally had,
They have no
they have no
clue.
idea.
And they're like,
I'm
I bought it 3 or 4 months ago. Okay, well you know they're about out if they're using it. And here's the real truth. If they're using it, they would know who their Mary Kay lady is.
But if they, lady at the chili fest, it just reminded me, called her, the eyeliner lady. She has been trying to get a hold of her consultant for months about an eyeliner.
Okay, so use your best judgment, guys. Like if she's been trying to get, I've had people contact me about people that I know their situation. Like it's their customers, but they found me online. And I can't imagine and I've sent them back because I know the situation of what's going on with that person. I know that there's health issues and I've sent them back and, I say, if you still can't get a hold of her, please let me know. I would be happy to help you or I'll help you this time, but in the future I'd love for you because I personally know her and I know what's going on. But if you don't know what's going on and she's been trying for months, and this, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, what I tell them is I say this. I say, so honestly, as a consumer, it's your choice who your consultant is. If you want to switch consultants, that's your choice. But I would never offer you something to make you switch consultants. Because that's not ethical.
And
No.
And throwing this out there too, heard this through the grapevine of something that's actually happened, and it just blew my mind. But there was a customer who was trying to get her product from a consultant who told her that she would not sell to her until the consultant telling the customer that she would not sell to her until she reached the IQ.
What?
So there's multiple red flags here, right? So one, how are you going to get the IQ if you're not selling? Okay, so that was but two, so if I feel like if your customer is being told by someone, I'm not going to sell you because of XYZ, really? So, if I was the customer, I'd be I'm going to go get it.
Just know that there are
But don't do that, is my point. Don't be telling people things that don't exist.
There are reasons that,
Yeah.
there, just like anything, you guys, there's bad apples, right? But as a rule, apples are a good fruit, okay? But sometimes there's a bad one.
They got a word in them.
That's a little far.
I
Just don't be a bad apple, I think is
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, don't be that bad apple. Be the refreshing one, you guys. There's a reason I signed up in Candace's unit. Candace was not the only person that's ever shared Mary Kay with me, okay? But the level of integrity was there where it wasn't in other places that I had seen the business opportunity. And just operate your business on integrity. I can't even treat people the way that you would want someone else to treat your customer. Do you want them to give your customer a really good deal, or do you want them to say, please go back to Savory?
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This happened to me, where a consultant of mine decided that they were going to message people that I know and get them to come to facials, and my customer was like, oh, well, I already have a consultant, and they still pushed and prodded and wouldn't leave them alone. And then I get a call, and I'm like, oh, so what do I do with that?
It's your consultant,
Yeah.
and then have a conversation with
I would
her.
have, as it being yours, I would have the conversation.
Yeah.
If it was like, I know nobody in here would do this, but like, let's say it was Shelley. I know you would. You were right there. I know, you were right there. She would never do that. But like, let's just say it was somebody like you knew, but it wasn't yours, that I would go to like maybe their director or something. And
No,
say
it's
something.
mine,
And
and
if
I
it's
know
yours,
them.
I would just say, hey, that's not the Mary Kay way. That's not how we do things. And I need, yeah, like that's not what we do.
So, friends can host. So what I've
But
done.
don't be rude, I mean, have.
Like,
That's
you're
what
gonna have
wants
to
to happen.
I know, and you're gonna have to like try to be professional about it. But
And honestly, if you don't feel that you can be professional about it, you know who her director is because it's your director. Talk to her.
Yeah.
And tell her if you don't
I
feel
don't like
that.
being a crybaby. And it makes me feel like I'm running to mommy when I got a problem.
But it's not. It's not. Here's the difference. Okay. One, as directors, we want to know if our unit's doing something that's not okay.
Yeah.
We want to
Because
know.
if I was the director,
But you gotta
all over them.
We all have that chat for you.
professionally, of course.
Wink, wink.
And there's so many there's so many different things, and it is important to have that conversation, because when the conversation doesn't happen, then resentment happens.
Yeah.
And then that breaks up your team.
And the chances of her not knowing that this is not okay are pretty slim to none. But let's just say
It was more than
that
one person.
who are you recruiting? We're gonna talk.
Filter needs to go back on, Leah.
No, not with Chelsea. She's my girl. We're gonna talk. Oh, no. They all know I don't have a filter.
I don't have a filter user usually.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm proud of you though that this is being asked here and you haven't told me. Yeah,
I see how it is.
No, I'm serious because you and I are a lot alike, and
For
so
real
I'm
though,
proud
like,
of you.
I don't know what to do, like, cause part of me, the Mary Kay, not Chelsea, Mary Kay.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know what to do
I would
because
have a
I'm
conversation.
like, I thought that this person was.
So let me ask you this: do you know them personally,
Yeah.
or okay?
Okay, so
Well, I mean, I know them personally, but I recruited them.
Well, I mean, like, so did you know them? Like, is this a friend that you recruited, or was this someone that you got like off Facebook and then you
Yeah.
recruited?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
I knew
that's
them
different
personally.
worlds to me. So
okay, I'm
Okay,
gonna
we'll
say
talk.
that you guys should probably
We'll
talk
talk.
later.
Okay, sorry about that.
no, we'll
Anyways.
talk.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to make one statement, because I've worked in workplaces where I recruited somebody. So her and I would talk about who I've talked to and who I haven't, so that way she knew who she could talk to as far as.
So I'm pretty sure she got them off my Facebook page because she was
I know,
personally
but
messing
I'm
with
just
me.
saying for other people who I've had those kind of conversations.
You
as far as
can have
who's
those
customer.
conversations. Here's the thing. Just because you've asked somebody to do a facial with you doesn't make them your customer. They have to choose to be your customer, because you have to offer.
Oh no, these people
good.
have bought from me.
No, I know what your situation is. We're moving on, Chelsea. We're moving on.
Sorry, I can't help it. I'm not going
I know.
Sorry.
I know.
It's all about Chelsea right now. It is.
No, but this is a situation, you guys, that's difficult, and this is why we talk about urgency in booking people. Okay, I have lost friends that were not lost friends, but like my friends that are not my customers because I didn't ask them to facial first. And yeah, they were my friends, or I had one that was, I asked her, And I asked her, and she kept telling me no, and then she recruited from some random person she didn't know later. And it was like 3 years later, and it sucked. She came in with a full store, so it really sucked. But you guys, all you do is your part, okay? So when you have somebody as a leader, when you first get started, that's why we tell you not to wait. Because don't wait, and I'm gonna only text 10 people today so that I have people to text tomorrow. Why not use your whole list today? Why not text your whole list today and then go out and meet new people tomorrow? Because if you wait, someone else might talk to them. Or if you talk to them and they say no.
Text them tomorrow. Ask them again.
Not tomorrow, Chelsea. Give them a couple days, okay?
We all work different. So.
Chelsea, please stand down until they say yes.
I do.
You're lucky I
They
hate
hate
you
me
sometimes.
sometimes. They're like, "Oh, it takes you back into the day." And I'm like, "Oh, well, she told me something."
But in all honesty, they need to choose to be your customer. And the biggest thing that you can do, you guys, is give them a reason to pick you. Give them a reason to say, yes, I have a consultant. If you're not getting them on the email list, if you're not texting them 2 days after their facial and seeing how they're doing, if you're not constantly trying to rebook them when they reschedule, don't let it go for 6 months. Because somebody else is going to meet them in that 6 months. You get them rescheduled. If they didn't show up, who had guests tonight that didn't show up? Text them.
Tomorrow.
Like, it's only 8:26. Okay, you guys, you still have 34 minutes of people time. Text them.
And so
I'm
what
so
do we-
sorry something happened tonight, but I can't wait to reschedule with you. Keep in front of them. When they're your customers, when they're your leads, if you want them, keep in front of them. Don't let somebody else have your opportunity.
Most of my facials have to come to my home since I don't drive.
Mhm.
So far, I've been booking with a lot of my friends. I haven't gotten to know yet. And they come from Woodland Park. And some of my friends are in Fountain. So I'm making progress.
That's awesome.
That's good.
I have one customer.
Play the referral game.
Do you want to do the empowerment statement?
But it's so much fun when y'all do them together.
Because
Oh, okay. I didn't know you barely had a voice. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
That's all I can do. And I like, so, yeah.
No, you're-
And-
yes, okay. Okay, I'll do it. Well, I'll keep it, Frankie. If you don't want it, I'll keep it.
You can put it back, Frankie.
Aaron tried to steal it.
Where's your little cheat script
It's not
thing?
gonna be like that, I'll let you.
Are you sure?
I can remember like some of it, but not like right offhand. But I can remember what you're saying. Does that count?
Yeah. Hey guys. Let's see. All right, so everybody's on their feet. All right, so I own my power. My power resides within me. Nobody will take my power. Because my power belongs to me. I will become what I believe. My thoughts control my actions. I believe beyond what I can see. My dream is big enough. Therefore, the facts don't matter. I own my power. My best days are ahead. I have made the choice to change. Change my work habits. Change my attitude.
around me changes.
Change is my choice.
Change is my choice.
I own my power.
I own my power.
Watch out, world.
Watch out, world.
I'll see you at the top.
I'll see you at the top.
No, I'm not.
I said that back today, so.